people, it's your girl Adeola. Recently, Nigeria passed a bill against same-sex marriage. So it makes it a criminal offense for a man to marry a man or a woman to marry a woman. If this bill becomes a law, the offenders can get up to 14 years in jail. Well, I heard that some gay Nigerians decided to protest in front of the Nigerian consulate in New York. So I was like, good, I gotta be there, you know. So I got there and I was like, I must be in the wrong place.
We are not illegal.
Are you gay?
I'm not gay.
Because I only saw like 6 people. I'm like, what? This is it. This is the great protest. And then one of the protesters, he really caught my attention when he said,
yes, I have a son and I love him so much.
How did you have a son?
I had a son because it's my choice to have a son. I love children. I have a son.
I was like, you have a what? You have a son? How did that work out? I was like, how can you be gay and still, have a son? Like, oh, did you adopt the son? He said no. So this is me asking in a polite manner.
Did you sleep with a woman to have your son?
That's my business. Of what I did to get a son, but I have a biological son I love so much, yes, I have a son.
I didn't know that you could be gay and still do a woman.
Being gay does not mean you are
impotent.
impotent.
I'm not.
It does not mean you are impotent.
So you can do it with men and women? You can do it
If
with
you
a man?
find a woman who is agreed to having such, there is nothing, and there should be nothing against it.
I didn't know you could be gay and do a woman and still say you were gay. Like, I'm confused. You do a man, you do a woman. I have a problem when people try to use the Bible to defend something that they are doing.
That the love of God is for all people, and that LGBTI rights are human rights. Both verses in the Bible can be taken out of context and used for an oppressive agenda.
But I believe that God loves everybody, okay? But I also believe that just like human beings, God has some things that he does not like. And if he doesn't like something, he says, I don't like this. Now, to say the truth, I don't think this is a problem right now in Nigeria. I think we should focus on more pressing issues. We've not been able to call Boko Haram, y'all, and we're passing bills against same-sex marriage. Why is it that if you embezzle billions of dollars, after like 2 years in prison, they let you go? And they're saying that if you're gay, you have to serve 14 years? It's ridiculous. Why don't we have a bill against policemen taking bribes on the road? Yeah, now that would be a good one. We should pass a bill against having bad roads. Somebody should be responsible for the bad roads that are causing all these accidents in Nigeria. Somebody should be responsible for no electricity. There has to be some kind of bill that they can pass against whoever is responsible for that. Let's pass bill over real issues. I'm just keeping it real. This is the second year that the Women's Human Rights are observing 16 days of what they call activism against gender violence. I'm in full support of this movement to ensure that women are not mistreated just because they're women. It's happening all over the world, but I'm happy that these people are really doing something to ensure that women are safe wherever they are. But this woman in Liberia, she ain't playing. She has her own interpretation of activism against gender violence.
Pape. Come on, you not going? You not going?
But wait now.
Let's go.
Leave my shit.
What's that? Let's go. Oh, what thing can we do? What's that? Like the one you let you Morovia?
What happened?
Oh, what's that?
That why can we do to me?
What is that?
Kana.
Amoka?
I think the guy came back later on and whooped her.
Give me a minute! 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 Give me a minute!
Bless your heart, sister. This next clip is what happens when a woman has endured domestic violence for so long that she finally decided to take the laws into her own hands.
You get the fuck up, dog. Wait, let me get it in.
Go. Let me the fuck up. Tip, you pissing me off. Let me go. I'm not mad, Tip, but if you don't let me go, Tip, I'm gonna get you.
I'll let you go. I ain't fucking about Rick, bitch. Nah, bro, he hit me in my shit. He hit me in my shit, bitch. He hit me in my shit.
Why is it that some men of God like to play with fire, and then when they get burned, they start blaming prostitutes for raping them? I'll tell you what happened. So 2 Nigerian pastors reported that they were raped by prostitutes. Yoruba people will say, "Oroburuku tonteri." And I'm like, how can this be rape? Mistake number 1. Why were you in the brothel in the first place? You can evangelize from outside the brothel because they will come out to hear what you have to say. But in the middle of evangelizing, you know what prostitutes do? They started, seducing them. They let out their boobs and all that. And suddenly the pastors were hypnotized by what they saw. Okay, so one thing led to the other. They followed these women into the rooms, and you know what happened after that, yeah? You know what happened after that. And after the deed was done, the pastors were understandably unhappy, and so they refused to pay for the service rendered. And so, the prostitutes asking for money for their services decided to burn their Bibles. You knew these girls are prostitutes. It's like you're playing with fire. Why were you there in the first place? If you want to evangelize, let women go to these brothels and speak to these prostitutes. They would listen. But you knew that these girls would try to tempt you before going there. You knew. It's not like you don't know. That's what they do. Once you know your weakness, don't play. I think the pastors shouldn't be there in the first place. I'm just keeping it real. The thumbs up this week goes to Chris Nsamba. He's a 26-year-old Ugandan building a spacecraft in his mother's backyard. I think it's inspiring that this guy will embark on such a project with little or nothing. More than 600 people have volunteered their time and money for him to raise the over $80,000 that he has spent on this project for the past 2 years. And now I think the government of Uganda is also promising to put some money into it. Although he still doesn't have an engine for the craft, and there are still so many other things that needs to be done, kudos to him that he's even thinking about doing this. Maybe someday he will get some kind of grant that will help him to actually achieve his goal of being an astronaut. The thumbs down this week goes to Mali, where child labor has become the order of the day. About 20 to 40,000 children as young as 6-year-olds are working in the gold mine.
And critics say the biggest price is being paid by the region's children, who are being exploited and poisoned while they pull the treasure out of the ground.
There couldn't be a bigger contrast between the situation of, 6, 7-year-olds or 14, 15-year-olds working day in, day out under very harsh conditions in these mines. Back pain, headaches, joint aches, and it will create long-term spinal injury for some of these children who are carrying very heavy loads and are pretty small. I found it shocking to learn that there are 145 children going to the school, but that there are 200 to 300 children working in artisanal gold mining full-time.
And it wasn't very hard to find them. Little Feely was out panning for gold.
The government in Mali should wake up and do something about this, because these children are the future of Mali. Before I leave today, I want you guys to see some beautiful pictures from Sudan. But these pictures were taken before Sudan became 2 countries.
Mimindo binengu nange napanabuna adoke nangu Rumbini, the king of Iete. Nakwanabuna, Yinga Saresi, Anidadu, Animoro Bulale.
Well, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.